Hey guys, and welcome back to another Gunpla TV review. Here we have Asuna from Figure-rise Standard line, and you may know that she is from Sword Art Online. So there we go. I tried to recreate that pose, but I'll get into that a bit later. So this is the Season 1 Asuna. So it's not from any of the other spin-offs that they did afterwards. And this is the Knights of Blood Oath Asuna. So she is the sub-leader in that, and also the leader of Team B. And this is, you know, her formal wear in that arc of Sword Art Online. Just having a quick look at the manual. You can see that the colours on this and the painting looks really amazing, but I'm going to say that in reality it's not so great. But there aren't so many parts, so it doesn't take too long to put together, and obviously it's nicely and well illustrated. So yeah, just looking at details, I mean, you can see that there's a lot of fine lined colours here, and on camera it probably looks quite good, but if you went more focused, you can now start telling that these are stickers, and I've done my best to try and stop, you know, it creasing, or maybe I even painted over this bit to really try and stop that. But if you want this to look marginally good, I would actually recommend the stickers over the water slide decals. It does come with both, with water slide decals and also stickers. Now, I wanted to make this look good because, you know, these are very fine lines on her skirt and on her dress, and so I wanted to make that look really cool. And I did try, but these water slide decals aren't up to it, to be quite honest. Man, these edges are all raised, so I thought it would be easier to put on, but really they just wouldn't stick properly. The edges kept folding over, so I gave up on that and went with the stickers in the end. And it's not too bad, but really, you know, if you wanted to make this look great, really great, you'd have to go with painting it. So I mean, the whole theme of this review is that if you really want to customize or have a challenge with a figure-rise kit that's, you know, for 3,000 yen, then I would say this is the kit for you. But I mean, it's not too bad. I think I did the water slides on these bits because they were easier to put on, but as far as the raised parts, the water slides just wouldn't work in my case. So I went with, you know, the stickers. As you can see in this middle bit here, that is a sticker on her chest as well. So, you know, whilst the behind it is 3D, you know, it is raised, when you put a sticker on top of that, it doesn't look so good. I guess that means that you could just do what I did down here on the foot, which is paint it and then just wipe off the, you know, the part that's raised. Just for comparison, this one is painted and this one is stickers, and you can see the lines there. It looks really ugly. Unfortunately, this part isn't raised, so this does need either water decal or a sticker. You'd have to be a very professional painter to get that fine line. I think what you'd have to do is, you know, mask it and then spray over it. These parts on the shoulders are also probably more of the uglier stickers, but they are raised, I seem to remember, so if you were really precisional, you could maybe paint that, but once again, look how fine it is, it's going to be quite difficult. So let's take a look at her accessories. Now, there are open and closed hands, and for both sides. So even though this is how she always holds the lambent light sword in the anime, you could also use the left hand as well if you wanted. Other accessories is that it does come with a hilt that can just be placed into her holder here, but I prefer it with her sword out, so I didn't actually cut that piece off. What's interesting is you do have 3 faces, and you also have the opportunity to put well, you've either got to put stickers on, which is what I opted for, or you can use the water decals and you've got all these expressions. So I'll put something up above this from what it actually should look like, but there's a pouty type of face, a type of rage, attack face, and what I went for is type of plain, the one on the main box. Actually here you can see the pouty one and the attack. So I don't know which one you'd prefer, but I just went for the plain one, even though maybe the attack one would be cool for certain poses. But I think I'll keep her in something like this, you know, like on the sheet. But yeah, so you have a few different hands and 3 different faces. And as far as accessories go, that's about it. I mean, you get this stand, which, you know, I damn well expect if you know, for the price, because there's not much else that comes with it. So I would want this stand, which is great that it comes with it. It hooks into the back with a type of clasp, which is quite nice. It's nice and firm. She's not going to fall over. Now, I'm dreading this part, but let's go into posability. So I had real trouble with this bit. It kept falling off, so I was like, screw it, and glued it in. It doesn't pose anyway, so that's that. There's no loss. Got a ball joint here that pops out, but you know, you can pose it like that. These parts are actually on some type of joint, but nah, I mean, static. You're not going to really be able to do much there. And these front bits are obviously static on the front of her face. So really, it limits the ability to move her head. You can do it from like this and this, but even her arms are getting in the way. So this is what I'd say is type of a defect of the kit, is that her hair is quite static and it limits the ability to pose her head. If you can get the hair in the right place, you can move her arms with just, you know, normal ball joints. And then you've just got a joint there, very simple. And the hands are ball joints. And what I'd say is that when you change them out, you've got to take this type of, you know, her guard off. The frilly bit of her dress, I would say there's a sticker there. And even if it was a water decal, you could rip it off easy. So I'd be careful when you change stuff out. Her chest will move quite a bit. You know, you can start seeing cracks there, but I mean, it's fine. It doesn't go much to the left or right. You'd have to do that down here at her legs, because none of this really is that flexible. So saying that art on the front of the sheet, you know, where she's type of reaching out to you and put her legs up under her skirt, well, that's not going to happen, because you're not going to be able to get that under there. So come on, guys, don't screw me over like this. Her legs got some decent motion there. You know, there's a ball joint under there. And then feet, not so much, you know, up and down, left and right. So the limitations have got to be that it's not very flexible. So maybe some of the more adventurous poses that you could do, maybe attack poses, where you're moving her legs up or trying to move her head in a certain direction, it's going to be very difficult. She's limited by this hair. And that's why I think that they don't go too much in the poses that come with the actual manual, because to be honest, you're just not going to be able to do it. So one other thing I just wanted to say, I only just did the Miku, and something funny I noticed. This isn't a Figure-rise Labo, but they do use the same type of technology, but you have to put it together yourself. So they give you, like, the inner part of the leg is this color, and then a very thin, like a white beige color is on the outside, and it makes the legs more realistic. This part is the really bright orange, goes to the type of beige, and it creates a skin color. So that was an interesting point. So type of wrapping up, I mean, it has potential. I think it looks quite nice when you put it in a pose, but you'd want to leave it there. Let's not try and mess around too much. If you can get it into that pose that you want, maybe it's harder for action. And if you want to get these red bits, all of them, looking really good, I would say this is a customizable kit. You've got to really try and challenge yourself, either to get those water decals on perfectly, which I found very difficult, or to go for the paint version if you don't want these stickers, you know, with the bubbling effects. Hand paint, it's going to need skill. You're going to need color correction and stuff. So, you know, if you're up to the challenge, then this is definitely a kit for you. But just in general, if you just want to knock something together like this, I don't think this looks too bad. I think once I get it into a decent pose, then it's going to look quite nice on my desk. So for 3,000 yen, it's okay. You know, for those who maybe want a challenge, want that customization. And I would recommend it for those Sword Art Online fans that don't have an Asuna. You know, the other versions that I've seen have costed a lot more. I don't know, I can't remember, is it maybe Figma or something like that. So yeah, pick one up if you're up for a challenge. If you like the look of this, like it is, this is just, you know, top of out the box look. then it's definitely quite a nice kit. And if you're a fan, or if you're up for that challenge, then go for it. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next time.